Good morning, everyone. It's Dave from the Facebook Fraud Fighters Group on Facebook. You can find us on Facebook/groups/Fight Fraud Now. Today is October 23rd, and here is the fraud update. So, we did have a successful-ish takedown of the current Toyota 4x4 contest. We left hundreds of warnings on the post itself, as well as starting to put warnings on the shares. And I'll go into a little bit more about that because that was really useful. Those warnings finally did get the sharing of the fake contest to slow down to a crawl. And Facebook did finally come in and delete the scam post from the page, but not the page itself. So we're still going after that. It's still something the fraudsters can, reactivate and use at a different time. So I don't consider this a victory yet. A lot of people have been asking, now that we've been actually reaching out to more people, we're getting questions. Well, how do I know that's a scam? How do you know it's a scam? This one's pretty easy. The page is only a couple hours or days old, yet it represents either a big brand or a big contest. You're asked to share this contest in order to enter. It's important to know Facebook rules. Facebook does not allow the sharing of a contest to a timeline, to friends, to groups as an entry. It's known as consideration, and you can't accept considerations when you're running a contest. So any contest that's asking you to share to friends, family, timelines, groups, it's automatically right there a violation of Facebook rules. It will get you kicked out of groups, and more than likely it's a bogus contest. And if it's not a bogus contest, the person running the contest is going to be shut down. The info and the photos on the page, there were a lot of discrepancies. A lot of people are pointing out that 2 or 3 different trucks were used in the photos, that the information given on the truck didn't match the photos. There's lots of inconsistencies throughout the ad, so that's a really big red flag. People still go, well, I don't know which is really being given away, but I'm going to enter anyhow. You can't just ignore these red flags. It's a sign of a scam, and you can't just move forward. Also, there were tons and tons more comments about this post being a fraud left by our group, left by other groups, and people don't even look, unfortunately. So it's still important to give those comments for the few people who do look. If we could stop 1 or 2 people, 100 or 200 people out of thousands, it's well worth it. But you just have to look at the comments to see all of the issues people are pointing out on why this is a scam. And then finally, the links take you to, I think it's Reward Zone USA. And that's a kind of scammy gray area site in itself. It collects names to then spam people with other offers and other contests, most of which are not real. And they will take that information and sell it to other fraudsters. And those scams could be even more damaging because they could be used to target you for phishing, for hacking attempts. So when you go to another site and now it's saying enter to win these other prizes or get this gift card and you thought you're entering for a truck, that is a huge red flag that it's not a real contest and you've just been redirected to basically an information harvesting site. And if you fill out the forms on that site, you'll just be inundated with spam and fake offers. There's a lot of other ways that we can spot scams. If you have questions on something is a scam, feel free to come to our group, give us the page, and we'll do a little investigation for you and tell you why you should or shouldn't enter or buy or whatever the page is promoting. So what's the harm in trying? Well, as we just said, if you provide your information to scammers, that information will be used against you. It could be something as annoying as being used to spam you with tons of fake offers and fake contests, but that information can also be used to target you. Once you start communicating with fraudsters and they collect more and more information, they're able to use that information against you, either using it to try to hack into accounts with using your personal information, sending you emails that sound legit because they have enough information on you. So there is a lot of harm in providing your information to fraudsters. Also, sharing these contests to groups will get you kicked out of the groups. And if you spam too much, other functionality on Facebook may be taken away from you. So it could harm your ability to use Facebook. Also, you're putting friends and family at risk too. You're not just making a decision to put yourself in harm's way for a fake contest, but you're encouraging and supporting other people to do it too. And you don't want them to end up in that same boat. So when a page asks you to direct message them on the page to enter, that's a red flag because when you do that, Facebook opens up a lot of personal details from your page to that person. That's useful if you're communicating with a valid company like, the real Red Lobster, and they could see who you are and better assist you. But scammers on their scam pages will use that information against you. And again, if the link directs you to outside, there's no more Facebook oversight or fraud control. So you could be giving away a lot of personal information that can be used against you in a variety of different ways. And at this point, nothing, Facebook can't warn you or stop that from happening because now you've left Facebook. So there is a lot of harm in trying to enter and share these fake contests. But you can help stop it from spreading. And what we found very effective this time, when you highlight the cursor over the shares counter on the post, and you'll see a list of the last few shares, you can actually click there, and it will take you to another page with a detailed list of who shared it and to where. So what we did is we started putting, the frowny face on the post, let people who are scrolling through timelines and groups see the frowny face and maybe stop and think before they do anything with that post, but also left a pretty detailed comment that explains this is a scam, please don't share further. Sharing the scam further could put others at risk and can get you deleted from groups or have features frozen. Whatever you want to say in your warning. If you want some help in crafting some warnings, definitely come to the group. I'll be putting up a tutorial on that. And you don't have to write them out each time. It does help to vary them for a few reasons, but you can cut and paste from, let's say, a blank word processor document of maybe 5 or 10 different warnings, so you can alter them. This helps keep you from being identified as spam yourself from Facebook. If they see the same post going over and over and over, they may deem that spam. So I like to vary up. And I've actually gotten probably 19 times out of 20 positive responses where people have either taken down the page or they've thanked me. I've only had one person basically say, if you don't like it, why don't you just ignore it? And I tried to explain, well, we're not ignoring these scam posts because we're trying to help save people and trying to help shut down these scammers. And I didn't hear anything after that. But out of hundreds of people that I've sent these warnings to, I've gotten a lot of positive response. They've taken down the page, they've warned their friends, and I think that got the information out a lot more than the other ways and actually stopped the flow of the scam until it was only just a few an hour. And that gave Facebook time to actually delete the post entirely. Again, we're still waiting for them to delete the page, but I think that we're going to get there. So, again, call people's attention to the scam. It's very effective to look at where it's shared and warn the people there. You could still warn in comments, and just that's the best way we can fight the scammers is just stop the proliferation. Then there are, of course, again, the other ways to fight back. On the bottom of the banner, there's the 3 dots. You can report the page as fraud. On the top right of each post, there's the same 3 dots to report the posts as fraud. And if we can do that enough times, I'm hoping that these bigger scams will kind of bubble to the top of Facebook's queue, and they can handle it that much faster. So thank you very much. This was our update. I'm hoping to have even better updates for you tomorrow. Have a great day.